Hello there, and welcome to this episode of Innovate Leader Series. My name is Coach Gilbert. I'm the CEO of Ascent Leadership Group. And over the uh, last 2 weeks, we've been going through a series that is called Innovate Leader Series. And we've been talking about an aspect of living an authentic life or living an authentic self. And we went ahead and qualified the aspect of authenticity. And we said an authentic life is a life that you want, you are envisioning, the life that you want, not the life that you are running away from. And we also went ahead and actually say that if you live the life that you envision, if you live the life that you want, what will happen is you start living a life of success. But also we went ahead and qualified that life of success, and we say that the life of success that is built on your authentic self has actually three components. And we looked at the aspect of knowing your purpose, because if you live an authentic self, then you're living a life that where you are able to understand your purpose. This is my purpose. But not only knowing your purpose, but also now sowing that purpose, sowing that seed in others, because your purpose is not built for you, but your purpose is built on you serving others. So sowing that seed in terms of serving others. Number three is your life of success is also pegged on you growing, because then growth has to be intentional. You have to be clear in terms of the areas of growth that you want to be able to grow in. You also have to be clear in terms of the areas of growth you want to support others. So the first habit that we discussed on week one, when we are looking about living an authentic self or being an authentic self, we looked at the first step is for you to know your strengths. And we went ahead and really challenge you that majority of us are actually operating in the areas of our weaknesses. And we actually challenge you to look at your life and see whether your life is actually built on your strength or your life is built on your weakness. And we went ahead and challenged you that your purpose in life is actually pegged on your strength and not on your weakness. So the earlier you understand your strength, the better then you start then living that authentic life. But also we went ahead and gave you 13 questions. If you look at episode 1, there are 13 questions that can help you to understand what are your strengths or what are your highest values. So in week 2 last Monday, we looked at an aspect of maximizing your time, which is step 2. For you to be able to live an authentic self, then you must be able to maximize on your time. And I gave some 3 steps that can help you in terms of maximizing your time. Number 1 is for you to be able to understand these 3 zones in your day. And the first zone is the go zone, where this is the time that you know you're productive. You know this is the time that you're focused. Your mind is clear. So you're able to set aside these 2-3 hours and focus on the critical aspects of your day and ensure that you conclude. Then there's what we call the slow zone, and this is where majority of us operate the whole of our days in our wake-up time. So you must be able to understand which are the 3-4 hours in a day that things operate even without much effort. So that's your slow zone. So some of the aspects that are not critical, some of the work that are not critical, some of the tasks that are not critical in your life, you can put it in that zone. But also looked at the no zone. This is your reflection zone or your rest zone, where you close down and you have an hour or 2 just to rest, refresh, refocus, and actually re-energize. So if you're able to use these 3 zones well, then you'll be able to maximize your time. So today we want to look at a critical aspect or a critical step again. And this is the aspect of building credibility. You cannot live an authentic life, an authentic self. You cannot be an authentic self if you do not have credibility. Because an authentic self means that you're able to connect with others. People are able to trust you. And credibility is all pegged on trust. Remember, authenticity is are you believable? But credibility is the aspect of trust. Am I able to trust you as a colleague? Am I able to trust you as my friend? Am I able to trust you as my spouse? And so on. So that's the whole aspect of credibility. So how do you build credibility as a person, as a leader? So I want to take you through 4 steps that are very critical that you can start, that can help you in terms of that can help you start build that aspect of credibility. Number 1 is for you to be able to build credibility so that you can start or you can really live that authentic self. is by discovering yourself. Discovering yourself here is the aspect of what values do you hold? What are the moral standings that you hold? Which are the lines that you can't cross from a moral perspective? And if you're not clear around yourself in terms of these angles, then you will not be clear around it when you're interacting with others. Or when things come your way, you will not be able to draw the line in terms of these are the things that I can, this is the line where I can't cross. Or from a moral perspective, this is what for me I cannot do. Or from a values perspective, these ones are not aligned to my values, so I will not engage with these activities because they are not aligned to your values. And this whole aspect is now the aspect of discovering yourself. Because as a person, as a leader, if you can't discover yourself, then you will not be at a space where people can trust you. You will not be trustworthy because you don't know yourself. You don't know your values that you hold. You don't know the morals that you stand up with. So that is the first critical aspect in terms of building credibility. Discover yourself, understand your values, understand your morals, then now others will be able to work within that space. Number two, in terms of now building your credibility is serving a purpose. Remember we said the essence of living an authentic life or living an authentic self is for you to be successful. And the number one critical element for you to be successful is you need to be able to know your purpose, and which is also tagged into the aspect of building credibility. That if you want to be credible, then you have to stand for something. People must know you for something. And for me personally, for just as an example, is I want to be known as a leader who is focused on building others, as a leader passionate about helping others grow from one level to another. So what are you standing? What do you want to be known for? What purpose are you serving as a person? And this is what then will help in terms of understanding your authenticity, in terms of really understanding, enabling you to become that authentic self. Because if you don't serve a purpose, then there is no point. I mean, people will not trust you because there is no purpose that you're serving. There is nothing that you're connecting with them. There's nothing that you're actually doing that is helping others in terms of enabling them to maybe grow in one area or another. You can only be able to do that if you are clear in terms of the purpose that you're serving as a person. Number three is for you to be able to build credibility, then you must be able to appreciate others. I mean, we are living in a relational society or relational world. At one point or another, we interact with people, either in our family members, within our nuclear families or extended families. We have neighborhoods. We are in organizations, or if you're doing business and interact with customers and so on. So we are in a relational space. But if you are a person who does not appreciate others, if you're a person who only looks at the negative in others, if you're a person who always likes to complain about others, then you are not building credibility. You're not building credibility. You're not becoming a person who can be trusted, because everyone who engages with you then feels the repulsion in terms of your negative energy, in terms of really the negativity around you. So for you to be able to build credibility, you must be able to appreciate others. And it's not necessarily that others are people that are subordinate to you, but people who interact with you in your day-to-day life. You can be able to pick out the 1% that you agree, the 1% that you like in people, and expound it and let it be the thing that then connects you and appreciate them. And if you're able to do this, then you'll be able to see also a reciprocating aspect in others appreciating you, and others also not seeing not expounding on your negativity or your negative areas or your weakness, but expanding on your strength and appreciating you. So if you want to build credibility, learn to appreciate others, learn to affirm others, learn to pick up the positive in others. And the last one is sustaining hope. I mean, today we are living in a world that is full of negativity, full of issues, full of challenges. But the critical aspect that you need to understand is everything worthwhile is up to you. So for you to be able to achieve the success, the authentic self that you want to be, you must be able to put in effort. You must be able to put in hard work. Without that, then there is nothing, because there will be challenges in every engagement that we have. There will be challenges with people that we interact with. There will be challenges in the organizations that we lead. There will be challenges in the businesses that we do, or the businesses that we lead, and challenges is around us. So if you're able to, if you're not able to really sustain hope, if you're not able to be this person who sees the positive out of the challenge, if you're not able to be this person who then sits back and reflects and say, how can I be able to overcome this challenge? Then you're not sustaining hope. Then people around you will only see negativity in you. People around you will see you as a person who does not, does not challenge them, or does not encourage them to move past challenges. And this is a critical aspect to build credibility. If you are a leader and you are not able to sustain hope in your people, people will not trust you. If you are a business person and you're not able to bring out that hope in people, in customers that you engage with, if you're a community leader and you're not able to sustain hope, then people will not trust you. And this is how then you're able to you destroy your credibility as a result of that. So sustaining hope is a critical component of a person if you want to build credibility, but more so it's also critical for you as a leader out there who has influence in different spaces. So these are the 4 critical areas that can help you as a leader, as a person, in terms of really building credibility as a step of living your authentic self, as a step of being authentic as a person, as a step of actually living that success, living that life of success that you want to live. So I hope I've actually challenged you on that in terms of ensuring that if you want to build credibility, you must be clear of yourself. You must be able to discover yourself. You must be able to serve a purpose. You must be able to appreciate others. And most importantly, you must be able to sustain hope. So these are critical 4 components to build credibility. So those are 3 steps that we've analyzed so far: knowing your strength, maximizing on your time, and now building credibility. So next week on Monday, we'll look at another step that can help you actually live that authentic life that you want to live in 2022. And I hope I've added value to you today. My name is Coach Gilbert. You can like, you can comment, you can share this with your friends, so that they're also able to learn and actually grow as we grow together in this series of Innovate series. So thank you very much, and see you next week when we'll be talking about another step or another behavior or habit that will enable you to actually live that authentic person that you want to live in.